embrace the love. But most importantly, in order to win, we have to work. Let's go.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into First Take on this Tuesday morning. Look who is here. Big swaggo. Marcus Spears in the building. Stephen A is off today.
What up?
Max Kellerman. Morning. Yeah, what's up?
Know what I noticed?
What?
Stephen A is not here, so Swagoo shows up. No coat, no tie. Like I'm a substitute teacher over here. Okay, I got you, Marcus. Like the sub is in.
I woke up early this morning. Thought it was a nice shirt, didn't want to kill it with the jacket, Max. I have the utmost respect for you, Max. I should have put a jacket on. You're right. I apologize.
There you go.
Oh, my goodness.
There you go.
All right, fellas, let's get into it, because obviously we know one thing the Cowboys are good at. You're a former Cowboy, Marcus. You know this. Is marketing. Omission from that hype video? What's the deal? Where was your quarterback? No Dak Prescott sighting. Do you have a problem with that video Dallas just put out?
Absolutely. Molly, read the room. Yeah. Social team for the Dallas Cowboys. Understand what's been transpiring over the past 3 years. I was 34 when we started talking about Dak Prescott needing a new damn contract. Okay, so no, this is not a situation where you have an oversight or you send out an apology. That's like me putting a promo of First Takeout and putting 3 different people other than you, Stephen A, and Max in there, Molly, and then saying, oh, it was our apologies. We just wanted to put the guests that come on First Take in the promo video. Like, what are we talking about? We are talking about the #1 marketed team in the NFL. We are talking about people, I know people in that building that literally get paid to make sure it's going to send waves after they sent it out. So yeah, it's a mess, man. You're not going to promo anything without the star of it being in the video. And then they put Troy Aikman in it. What? I ain't tripping. Max, tell me if I'm tripping.
Well, I don't have a problem with it. Let me tell you why. I think pointedly, I see what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying, but here's my conclusion. Remember what Adam Schefter said about the over-under for quarterbacks switching teams this offseason? He said the over-under is 18, and he'll take the over. There's going to be a lot of new faces in a lot of new places. And to me, this hype video tells me Dallas is thinking, this cat may not be our quarterback this upcoming season. Let's be honest about this. Dallas blew it when I think they could have had him at a steep discount when he was still on that rookie deal, and because he was a 4th rounder, he was so underpaid and clearly putting up. There were better quarterbacks than Dak, but his trajectory said there's a potentially great player here, and he's already a good player. That's the time to lock him up to a middle-class contract by quarterback standards if you want to pay him in the $20 million range, but they tried to milk that $2 million 4th-round salary as long as they could till the 11th hour before they finally made him an offer commensurate with the market. Now, my feeling is Goff and Wentz got bad contracts, and the contract they offered Dak also might not have been great for the Cowboys. And in fact, he got hurt that year, so clearly it wouldn't have been good for the Cowboys, right? But the point is they waited till the last second to offer it to him. Obviously, the relationship soured somewhat. His agent apparently wanted a shorter contract. He never signed it. Dak is not locked up on the Cowboys. And Marcus, if 18 teams are going to switch, that's the over-under, and Schefter's taking the over, I think Dallas is getting ready for a reality where Dak may not be the quarterback.
Max, absolutely. But we also have to remind ourselves of all of the talk that has led up to the point we're at now. Like, everybody was under this assumption that Dak Prescott would get signed and it's going to work out with the Dallas Cowboys. And to your point, like, that may be an example. That may be a conscious omission made of him not being in the hype video. But isn't that the problem too? Like, the problem is he's been omitted from getting contracts, and everybody else has. You know what else I saw in that hype video? A lot of dudes that got paid during the time where Dak Prescott should have got paid. Like, this is clear messaging now that we having this conversation. And then the bottom line, too, y'all know how I am. It's the quarterback. It's the quarterback. And you've said that this is your franchise guy. A piece of evidence, whether big or small, that you can look at and say was a conscientious decision made, because Dak Prescott not being in a hype video after almost dislocating his ankle off of the bottom of his leg with a team that went through all the things that Dallas went to is a gross mistake by the social team or whoever wanted to make the decision not to have him in the video. Well, and for the ones that's going to say, man, don't be reacting and the Cowboys doing all of this to keep themselves in the media. I don't give a damn what the Cowboys doing to keep the conversation going about them in the media. This conversation is about Dak Prescott, how he's being perceived, and how his closest people are seeing this situation play out. We're talking about something that obviously has been talked about with Dak Prescott and his brother Tad Prescott noticing things that are coming out with the messaging with the Dallas Cowboys.
But Marcus, if they put him in the hype video and he's not on the team, that's maybe worse. Like, the fact of the matter is, I bring up Wentz and Goff, right?
Max,
I thought those contracts were mistakes.
But you put him in the hype video. You put him in the hype video because what you've told us is you want him. You've told us you want him to be the franchise guy.
But what teams say and what they do are two different things. And by the way, there's a guy who's on the trading block, no matter what the Texans say, named Deshaun Watson. Named Deshaun Watson. Like, who knows? My point is this. Goff and Wentz got their deal, same quarterback classes, except they were drafted 1 and 2, and Prescott was in the 4th round. The Goff contract turned out so bad, they had to include multiple first-rounders to get rid of the contract and bring in Stafford. The Wentz contract is awful, and he's being shopped right now. So maybe Dallas is looking and saying, hey, we haven't signed Dak to that deal yet. We don't have that problem yet, but he still has trade value. We can get out of this thing without taking the cap hit that the Eagles are about to take. Let's not put him in this hype video right now because he ain't going to be on the team.
That might be their level of thinking, but that ain't what they told us. That's my point. So, look, man, let this saga play out where we find out the Dallas Cowboys didn't make an effort to make sure to keep Dak on this roster, and they've already playing. Look, you got to stay ahead of the game. I agree with you. I understand what you're saying. Like, they're in a position because they didn't pay the long-term money, and we see what's happening. We saw what happened in Los Angeles, and we see what's happening with Philly right now. But the bottom line is this, Max. When we talking about this hype video, we talking about 3 years of conversation. This is not just about the hype video. All right, the hype video is the latest
slap in the face
in what we've been reading about all of the situation with Dak Prescott.
Yeah, you're definitely not feeling wanted when you're left off of it.
You know how a team is lying about a player they may want to trade? Their lips are moving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, facts.
Absolutely.
I'll leave you guys with this. Since 2016, when Dak entered the league, there's only 4 quarterbacks that have a better QBR than him. Watson, Breeze, Mahomes, and Jackson. And they're all pretty darn good. Got to show the man some respect.